It has been an exciting couple of days in college football. National champions, University of Michigan, starting slowly in Ann Arbor, but ending up with a solid win over Fresno State. Roll Tide, Alabama scoring 63 points in their season opener against Western Kentucky. So for more on the college football, as well as some U.S. Open tennis, of course, and baseball news, we bring in Ike Ejiochi. Ike, good to see you. There was another big game yesterday. It was Georgia-Clemson.
That's right. This was a huge matchup heading into this game, and a lot of people saw this as a litmus test for Clemson. And by halftime, it was a defensive effort with no touchdowns scored. Georgia up 6-0 at halftime. That was the only one they scored. But that was until the early third when Georgia quarterback Carson Beck finally found his new wide receiver, Colby Young, the transfer from Miami, for his first touchdown of the year. And after that, the floodgates opened. Georgia ended up scoring 28 points in the second half, crushing Clemson by a final score of 34-3. Now, Clemson showed they have a lot of work to do, especially coming off a four-loss season. Now, their offense was just no match for the Bulldogs, and Georgia, on the other hand, was missing their top two running backs for the game, and they still finished with 169 yards on the ground. That's a team with some depth.
Without their top two. All right, what's happening at the U.S. Open?
All right, Coco Gauff, right? Yep. The #3 player in the world and the reigning U.S. Open champion is playing as we speak, just in a few minutes, against fellow American Emma Navarro. Now, this is a big tournament for Coco. Remember, she spent a good portion of July and August losing to lower-ranked players, even losing control of her shot during that streak. Coco said she really had to sit back and essentially gain perspective of her career, essentially just understanding that it will all be long, her career that is, and start thinking of the bigger picture. She said that helped her get through their slump, which is now looking like she's doing quite well. Now, Navarro may have the edge here. The last time the two met, Navarro beat Gauff at Wimbledon. But it's important to note, Coco is much better when she's playing on hard courts. So I'm sure this is going to be quite the thrilling match, of course, right here on ABC.
Courts matter. That's why sometimes you do well at Wimbledon and not so well at the U.S. Open.
Right.
All right, so it's September. Everybody's thinking about MLB playoffs. One team you want to talk about to set a record, perhaps, but not the kind you want to set?
No. This is a losing season of epic proportions, Phil. This is not good for Chicago. The White Sox, right now, they're already eliminated from the playoffs, believe it or not. They are 31-106, and they've lost 9 games in a row. And in the modern era, the lowest wins total in a season is 36. That belonged to the Philadelphia Athletics back in 1916. So they better start winning some games, not just to avoid setting that record, but also to get some more fans into the stadium. Not exactly packing them in these days, huh?
Yeah.
Now, the White Sox, they're playing the Mets right now, and the Mets do have something to play for. They're only 2 games behind the Braves in the division and inching closer to that wild card. Now, as for the White Sox, this is a year they're already, well, quite frankly, trying to put in the rearview mirror, Phil.
Yeah, it seems like they have. Growing up a Red Sox fan, I feel the pain. Not recently, but Ike, thank you very much.